Ceema again, and I am bringing you a new lesson on the usage of the expression change. Well, what exactly is change? Change is something that does not ever stay the same. It does not remain the same ever. There is a saying that change is the only constant in life. And therefore, it is very interesting to understand how we can use this word in different expressions as we speak. Our first expression is change for the better. If I were to say, I have changed for the better, what do I mean? I talk about a positive change. For example, if I used to always report to work late, but now I don't do that anymore. I have changed for the better, meaning that I have now shown an improvement, and that is a positive change. On the flip side, I could use a terminology like change for the worse. So if I'm talking about changing for the worse, I can talk about a negative change. It could relate to, adopting a bad habit maybe. So that is changing for the worse. But changing for the better is always something that it has to be a very positive improvement in one's character or behavior. Moving on to change one's mind. Well, it basically talks about reversing a particular decision. So reversing or changing your decision. Well, all of us, right from shopping for clothes to voting for our favorite president, has the right to change our mind. And changing our mind means changing our decision whenever and wherever we want to do it. So changing one's mind is nothing but taking another decision from what you have been thinking of all the while. Moving on to the next one, which is changing one's tune. What is tune? It basically talks about music. Okay, so when I change tunes, when I'm playing maybe a guitar, I sound different. Okay, so when I apply that to the way I react to a situation, I am saying that now I react differently, and therefore changing one's tune means change in reaction. I used to always be a very short-tempered person, and whenever I was told to do something, I'd react in a very ballistic way. I'd scream at people and yell at people. But then I decided that it was time to look at things differently, to have a different perspective on things, to approach things from a different angle. And therefore, I now change my reaction, or I change my tune. Okay, changing one's tune could also be something that has to deal with a situation in a negative way. For example, a thief might have been caught in a theft, and he may firstly deny that he is guilty, but when he knows that he can't prove himself innocent, he might try to kind of be really sweet and nice. So that also refers to changing one's tune, but it mainly means changing our reaction in particular situations. Moving on to change of heart. Well, change of heart is nothing but a change in my attitude or a change in my thinking. A lot of times, we may not like a certain person, and we're always bad, or we're always thinking, that the person may not be very good. But then you decide that you need to have a change of heart, and therefore you change your attitude or your thinking as far as that person goes. And that is what change of heart means. It means adopting a different thinking about a particular thing or a person. Moving on to the next expression of change is we have a change of scenery. Well, what exactly is a change of scenery? Scenery is nothing but a view of things. So I could talk about change of scenery, meaning a change in a particular situation. So a change in situation could imply maybe a change in a particular job. So maybe I have a particular job and it really pays me very less, and I work long hours. I don't get enough out of it. And because of that, my life is really going nowhere. And I want to change the situation. I want to change of scene. I may live in a house with noisy neighbors. It's kind of filthy. I need to get out of that place. And that's when I need for a change in scenery. Or maybe sometimes, when there could be two colleagues of mine who are having a heated conversation about a particular thing, and I need to cut in between and just change the scene. Okay, so changing the scenery or change of scenery implies a change in a particular situation. So you're trying to change the situation for the better. So that's when you use this terminology. Moving on to change of pace. Well, what exactly is pace? Pace refers to something that could be either slow or fast. So I could talk about a slow pace of things or something very fast. Well, in this context, I'm talking about a lifestyle. So I'm talking about a lifestyle change. Most of you who have been born in metropolitan cities like London, New York, Paris, you all know the fast pace of life. But some of us, we're kind of sick of that life, aren't we? We'd like to go to some place quiet, some place nice, some country, some country house maybe. So we are demanding a change of pace in our lifestyle because we're probably tired, we're probably burnt out because of our present situation. So that's when we demand a lifestyle change, and the expression we use is a change of pace to indicate that kind of desire that we have to change our lifestyle. Well, that brings me to the end of this lesson on our expression, on our usage in the expression change. Well, that's it from me, and I will be back with some new lessons, some more expressions. Until then, you take very good care of yourself. Goodbye.